Hi everyone, my name is Jay. I'm one of the family lawyers at Shim Law. Nice to meet you. Previously, I talked about the Section 3, Section 7 child support, and this short video covers the payors aspect in terms of how do you deal with situation when you were laid off and your income has been reduced and what to do with it, because you can't pay the child support you used to be. For example, you used to pay $1,000, you got laid off, and you cannot even pay $500. What can you do with it? There's a number of ways in which you can deal with it, and if your recipient is reasonable, of course, the best way to deal with it is by way of consent. Approach the recipient, explain your situation, you've been laid off, and I'm trying to find a job as soon as possible. I made a lot of application to find a job. It has no success at this point, but I want to let you know that I need a break in terms of child support payment until such time that I have a good income to pay child support. The settlement discussion is always the best option to deal with it, and if the recipient is okay with that, then problem solved, and you can move on your life, find your job, and recoup your confidence, and start paying more child support as you make more money down the road. However, if recipient disagrees with you, and if the recipient believes that you're intentionally underemployed, unemployed, whatever the case it is, and if the recipient believes that you're trying to avoid child support payment, then you're stuck. And the only option that you have is to make a court application to vary the child support, or deal with it. There's forms available in Alberta Court website. Just Google it, Alberta Court forms, and go to the applicable applications and the statements, and download those pages. In Alberta, there are two levels of court that you can start the child support issues. That is Court of Queen's Bench and the provincial court. You can choose which court level that you want to deal with your child support. And depending on which court, you may have to deal with the different forms, because Court of Queen's Bench may have a different forms compared to provincial court forms and so on. So find out through court website, download from the court website, and fill out the claim and fill out the statement and file with court and serve the recipient, and make sure that you appear on the court date and trying to convince the judge that you need some break, or trying to vary the existing child support payment because of your current financial hardship. Your current financial hardship can be, among other things, laid off, or short temporary layoff, or permanent layoff, or your physical or emotional stress that leads to reduction of your income. Any circumstance can be a factor. So, however, here's an important thing. You have to give a good impression to the judge, in a sense that you're not trying to avoid paying child support. Because that's going to backfire you. It has to be genuine. You make a respectful submission as to your current circumstances, and hoping for the best. And hopefully that the court agrees with you and they give you some break on an interim basis. When I say interim basis, it's not permanent. The court is giving you some time to find the employment so that you can start paying the child support. So on an interim basis, the court is able to help you to reduce the child support obligations until such time that you find a new employment and moving forward from there. If you have any questions or if you need any assistance, please contact me, 403-476-2011, and I'm more than happy to assist you. Thank you. Have a nice day.